Hey guys, okay, today for the snack, we're going to do a couple different kinds of quesadillas. We're going to talk about some nutritious ones and then some that are tasty, yet also not bad for you. Just kind of thinking. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use some black beans. I like black beans. I always say that like it's a surprise, but it shouldn't be a surprise. Black beans are pretty good. But when I use them, I put them into a colander. And when you kind of pour them out, if you pour them out, you'll see there's a lot of, I should have shown you this before, but that's okay. We'll kind of slide this over. There we go. Okay, so hopefully we're remembering. I'm going the wrong way. This is a colander. And you can kind of put things in there and then strain them. In this bowl, I already have some corn, okay? So you can kind of use whatever you want. Corn and black bean is like my favorite. I also love corn and black bean salsa. But we're just going to take these and I'm just going to stir it up. You could add some tomatoes in there if you would like. I'm not going to do that. I don't love cooked tomatoes when they're inside of food like that. One of my favorites, you guys know I have lots of favorites, is cucumbers and tomatoes and then just like on a little bit of pita bread. Okay, so I'm just going to take the corn and the black beans, and I'm doing this on just a plain flour tortilla shell. We're going to put it on half, and then I have some cilantro here. Can you guys kind of see this? Let me see if I can turn this a little bit. I have some cilantro on my cutting board. Now, you could, if I were going to make this into a salsa, I would chop this up really fine, and then I would add the cilantro, which I might end up doing if I don't eat all of this. I might end up doing that. But I'm going to take some of these little pieces, and I'm just going to put them inside. I already rinsed these cilantro pieces. I love the smell of fresh cilantro. And then I'm going to close that up. Okay? Then, because that's my favorite snack, but it might not be everyone else's favorite snack, so you can guess what they all like, would be just plain cheese. So I'm going to do it the same way, and when we talk about, let me scoot this over. We talk about quesadillas. If you have a quesadilla maker, I love our quesadilla maker. I do. We use it all the time, especially in the summer when it's really hot and I don't want to turn a stove on or an oven on, but also, these are pretty tasty, okay? So I'm just going to put the cheese on half, and then I'm going to fold it over, okay? So I have two separate ones there. I'm going to go ahead and get my, I'm going to move the computer over to the other side so you guys can kind of see them cook. So I'm going to pause you, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so let's see if I got this.
And she's back.
And we're going to try and turn this. Okay, good, so you guys can see that. So I have two skillets. Just like always, I feel like everything I do. On this skillet, I did put a little bit of butter. Again, just so you guys can kind of see the difference. And on that skillet, I'm going to put my two that are just cheese because those two will cook about the same amount of time. I didn't. Did you want to make the cilantro sauce? We'll do that. Okay, we're going to talk about that in just a second. Okay, and then in this one, and my corn and black bean with the cilantro, that one will probably take a little bit longer just because it needs to cook. Now, when you are making quesadillas, it's totally up to you kind of how to watch them. One thing that we've discovered recently is that some people kind of like that burnt flavor, not necessarily because it's burnt. A lot of times things with a burnt flavor will be a little bit nutty, okay? So we're kind of going to cook these up for just a second, and I want to show you. Okay, because neither of those are nonstick, because I can use this metal spatula on both of them. Okay, of course I got a spot on my shirt, but it takes so long to get ready for these things, so we're just gonna roll with it. Okay, so really what we're doing, even with my corn and black bean, we're just kind of cooking this. Now, one other thing that we're kind of doing that Kenzie's working on over there that we discovered we like, is sour cream, cilantro, and then just a little bit of lime juice. I would also make that with a plain non-fat Greek yogurt, and it makes a delicious, really pretty, very flavorful kind of topping to that. Or you guys know you could just eat it with a little bit of salsa. A lot of people like sour cream, but you can kind of choose however you want to do that. Now, even though we talk about liking that nutty flavor, I did not put any cheese in mine. So one of the bigger differences there as far as cooking them goes, what is she doing? As far as cooking them goes, is the cheese is what helps your tortilla to stick together. So that's not necessarily going to happen with mine. Sometimes I'll put a little bit in there, honestly, just so that happens so it's not as messy. It's not a big deal. It's just that as you're kind of opening and as you're flipping it, it might open up a little bit. So you just have to be careful. All right. Oh, this one looks pretty good. Can you guys see that?
It does look really good.
Doesn't that look good?
This looks like burnt like a marshmallow.
Burnt like a marshmallow. That's a compliment, in case you didn't know. Okay, so we're going to get these going, and then we'll finish them up. Mine might take just a little bit longer. But again, I'll kind of take a picture when we're done, and we'll show you Kensington's creation with the sour cream. And I will tell you, it's pretty good, and everybody seems to like it. Okay, I hope you guys are doing great and staying healthy and happy, and I will see you soon. Bye, guys.